I'm gonna take my time with this guy when you're talking about the Stalker, the deadliest assassin. Back then, when you're just playing the game, going through from planet to planet, you gotta take out the assassin of that planet. And not only when you take him out, you get a part for a Warframe, but also you move on to the next available planet. When you keep taking out that assassin for that planet, you will proc this guy. Now, back then, when we saw the Stalker, it's like, okay, he coming into the map. All right, let's just take him out because he's just in our way. Not only was he in our way, but you had no means of killing him. No matter how good you mod your weapons, no matter how good you mod your Warframes, he was just too strong. His dread one-shots you. If you're trying to melee him, his hate, you will end up hating his hate. Okay? And you trying to go into a throwing match, that despair will really make you feel despair. Okay? I'm just going to leave it at that because any way you try to combat this guy, he always finds a way to take you out. You need to have a full squad to take him out back then because you didn't have much to go up against him anyway. Alright? Now, when we were able to kill him, oh, he drops the dread. Okay, he drops the dread. You keep killing him. He drops mods, scimitar engine, and the Stalker said that didn't come till much later. But he dropped the dread blueprint. I was like, oh, he drops this. All right, then we could keep moving on with our missions and all that stuff. But at some point, when we keep killing these assassins for different planets, however, he's going to come back again. But even with all of that, for players who did not even know how to combat this guy, you know what they end up doing? Oh, man. They didn't just leave the game. They disconnect from Warframe altogether to make sure that this guy does not kill your Warframe. Because when he kills you 3-4 times, as far as with that particular Warframe, it doesn't matter if it's the Stalker or any other mission you go into. When you die with your Warframe more than 3-4 times, you can't use that Warframe till the next login. And practically back then, it's like, dude, you can't use that Warframe. You couldn't use that Warframe till the next available time. So even today, there's so much leeway because again, you have your arcanes, you have so much revive in you that you don't even have to bother with that. But some people don't know about it today. But back then, oh yes, he could legit take out your Warframe to whereas you can't even use it. And for some people, if that's your only Warframe, you can't play Warframe because that was your only one. You have to build another Warframe so that you could actually play. And you have to wait for that Warframe to become available for you when you log in. Not log in, when you have another refresh of login. So it's like, whoo. This guy was a tough dude to crack. But when you do crack him, however, he drops all of these. Now, it's easy to get the dread blueprint. The hate and the despair, ooh, for some people, it took them years. For me, it took 3 to 4 months. Because it didn't take me long to get these. Once I had these, I was good. Then, of course, something happened in the game. When you go into the marketplace, you see that it will have the Stalker bundle. It'll give you the dread, blind justice, the despair, the hate. It has the whole bundle of all of his stuff. And I don't even know if they decrease the price when it comes to the Stalker bundle. But I mean, good lord, you want to talk about an arm and a leg? Oh, see, they did, look, smoke colors. I didn't even know they have smoke colors into this. So now they have this in there now as far as with the color palette. But look, you are spending an arm and a leg if you could not get this from the Stalker, or if you can't get this from the Stalker. You could get this easy. But if you couldn't get these, some people just succumb to the fact like, man, I can't get this. There's the bundle that's in here. Spend 800 platinum just to get 2 of these. 400, 400. Just call it like that. You already have the dread, but you're buying the bundle just because of the despair and the hate. Or to make it even worse, you could probably have the hate. You already got the smoke colors and the dread. Can't get the despair anywhere. Let me buy a bundle that's 800 platinum to get 1 weapon. Yikes. Man. And this is another one too. Hunt House. This one here, it's like, oh man, we think Hunt House is Shadow Stalker. Oh, here we go. Here's another thing now. When you talk about trying to get the war blueprint. Oh man, people couldn't get this either. This is nothing but cosmetics as far as with the cyan data and the chest plate, leg guard, and all. I'm like, people are spending 516 to get the war blueprint, but 516 ain't bad for all of this. But people just buy the bundle just because of the war blueprint. So I might as well say which one is more taxing. I would still say the goddamn Stalker one. This is 800 versus this being 516. I'm like, players today will not understand how strong the Stalker was back then, because man, when you don't have much and you're just going through the game because you're trying to level up and all that, and then this bastard just comes and kills you in 1 to 2 shots depending on where he hits you, just leave the game. Leave the game, come back, all that stuff. But at some point, just face him. Hopefully you take him out and it becomes easier once you kill him the first time. And when you keep killing them and keep killing them, it's all about trying to farm for the despair. It's all about trying to get that freaking hate. All of that starts rolling in when you're talking about this guy. All right? And speaking of the Stalker, this is like a little bit later on now, he has more variants of himself when you talk about the angst, the malice, violence, mania, torment. All of these acolytes come in the game. He comes in once, which is misery. Good luck for some people trying to get Argon Scope. If you ain't gonna get Argon Scope, you gonna go into the damn trade to try and get Argon Scope, because this guy, again, new players, you may not see this guy again. Him now won't show the drops that he has, but he drops all of the mods from all of these guys. It won't show it here because, again, the event is not around. But as far as with the Stalker in general, this guy was not to be messed with. All right? And as far as with assassins back then, you know, talk about Ash and all of that stuff, the Stalker just make Ash look like a freaking kid. He will sun Ash every single time just because of his freaking dread. I don't even need to mention his hate or the despair. All he needs to do is whip out the dread with that bow. Boom. Ash will be dead. He'll be like, I'm your reckoning. I'm the real freaking assassin, not you. That's just what it is with the Stalker, man. So this guy goes completely in on guys back then, man. Because for us, going up against this guy was straight up hell. In today's game, the Stalker is so damn easy. You could flat out one-shot him. It's not even a contest. Since how strong Warframes are, and compared to the Stalker now, he is so weak. He is so weak. Even his shadow variant of himself is still the same guy. It's just that he drops the war blueprint. He also drops the dread and the broken war. It's the same guy, it's just that he's more improved. But at the same time, even with him, he dies so easy. Imagine if the Shadow Stalker came for us back then. No way. There was no way that we was able to kill this guy. Now maybe at some point they'll probably give us a weapon to combat him, but at that point, could not mess with this guy. You could not mess with this guy. He was stronger than Vor. He was stronger than Vor. Vor can't touch this guy. Even with the whole, the key and all that stuff, he keeps coming back. All he's gonna do is keep killing them over and over again. Like, that's all we've been doing. So, the Stalker back then was strong as hell. He was the deadliest assassin that could not be killed. You need a full squad to have a chance. And everyone working in unison to take this guy out. That's just what it was.